Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope all of you are doing well. Myself Pooja Chakraborty and you watching me on UPSC with Pooja. First of all, before starting, I want to tell you that I am extremely sorry. I could not give any video since last 1 week due to cyclonic storm. Our electricity connection and the internet connection was gone. So that's why I could not give any videos. So for that, I am extremely sorry. So before starting, please subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss out any of my new updates. And if you feel that this video is beneficial to you, please like, comment and share this video. And if you feel that you can get benefit from my Telegram channel, then you can also join it. So today our topic is about how to prepare modern history notes and how to make notes with demo notes from these 4 books. So these 4 books are for modern history. So first I am going to show you this book. This is the old NCERT by Bipan Chandra. This is a photocopy, but this book and the Modern India by Bipan Chandra is the both are same. So this is the old NCERT, modern history. This is new NCERT, themes in Indian history part 3. These 2 books is for NCERT, old and new. Then India struggle for independence. This is for mains. And Spectrum modern history. This is also for modern history. So our source of note making is from these 4 books, right? So first I am going to show you how to make notes. So before starting note making, you have to first write the questions which can be asked from these 4 books. So first I am going to show you that today's topic is the revolt of 1857, right? So the sources is new NCERT chapter 2, that means theme 11. So this is the chapter 2 and the theme 11 of new NCERT, revolt of 1857. Then old NCERT chapter 8 and India struggle for independence chapter 1 and Spectrum chapter 7. So when you are started to making notes, you have to first read these 4 chapters for the prelims and the mains. So here I am talking about the integrated note making, right? So here you have to first read the 4 chapters. That means from new NCERT, old NCERT and India struggle for independence and Spectrum. So here I have mentioned the chapters, that which chapter is belong to revolt of 1857. Then the question from new NCERT, background of the revolt for mains, how the mutiny had begun, prelims plus mains, what are the lines of communication to begin it, prelims plus mains, leaders and followers, prelims plus mains, rebels and their contributions, role of rumors and prophecies for mains, why did people believe in rumors, mains, elaborately discuss the situation of Awadh in revolt, what the rebels wanted, discuss with facts, how did the revolt suppressed by Britishers, role of paintings to describe the revolt and the timeline. So these are the 12 questions which can be formed from the new NCERT, right? So then the old NCERT questions. Number 1, background of the revolt, both are prelims and mains, reason of starting the revolt or the causes of revolt, then the role of civilians, talukdars, landlords, etc. This is for mains, leaders and their respective contribution, this is for prelims, mains both. What are the immediate causes, prelims plus mains, how it had begun and how it spreaded, prelims plus mains, how did the Indian people help Britishers to suppress the revolt, this is for mains. Then role of Hindu-Muslim unity, mains, what are the causes of failure, prelims plus mains both. So now number 10, how did the revolt suppressed by the Britishers. So these 10 questions are from the old NCERT. Then the questions come from India's struggle for independence. Number 1, how did the revolt of 1857 started and how it had spreaded, both prelims plus mains. Role of leaders and their respective states. Why did the sepoys revolt after getting good government job and economic stability, this is for mains. Role of Awadh or Oudh in the beginning of the revolt. Then role of rumors and prejudices in the revolt. How did the sepoy mutiny turn into a revolt of 1857? What are the causes of revolt, background and immediate causes? Was it an organized and methodically planned revolt or a spontaneous insurrections? What are the causes of failure? How did the Britishers suppress the revolt? So these 10 questions are from the India Struggle for Independence book. So the questions from Spectrum Modern History. Number 1, how did the 1857 to 1757 to 1857 time period influenced the revolt of 1857? What are the major causes behind the revolt? What are the outside and external events that influenced the revolt? Then number 4, why did the Sepoys started mutiny? What are their demands and complaints? How did the revolt started and spread everywhere? Then number 6, why the Sepoys chose Bahadur Shah as symbolic head and the role of Bahadur Shah in the revolt? Role of civilians in the revolt, role of leaders and their storm centers of the revolt, then the suppression of the revolt, why did the revolt failed? Then role of Hindu-Muslim unity in the revolt. Number 12, nature of the revolt, prelims plus mains, consequence of the revolt, prelims plus mains, what is white mutiny, prelims plus mains, significance of the revolt, mains. So these are the 15 questions which can be formed from the Spectrum Modern History, revolt of 1857, right? So first you have to make the questions which can be formed from these 4 books or the 4 chapters. So after that you have to filter these questions. That means which questions are the common questions which is complemented in the 4 books and which question is the extra questions which you can find in 1 book only. Like here I am showing you common question and extra new questions, right? So background of the revolt, this is the common questions, and the situation of 1757 to 1857, this question is almost same. Background of the revolt and the situation of 1757, that means Battle of Palashi to revolt of 1857. This is the same question and this is also a common question. You can find it in every book. Then why the Sepoy mutinied after getting good economic stability and government job. This question is from the India Struggle for Independence, Bipan Chandra, for the mains. Causes of revolt, major reason and immediate cause. This is a common question. You can get it in every book. Then how the mutiny had begun and spreaded. This question is also a common question. Then leaders and their respective contribution. This is also a common question. You can get it in 4 books. Then role of rebels in the revolt. These questions is from the new NCERT. This is an uncommon questions. Here this is exclusively elaborated in the new NCERT. Then how the rumors and prejudices works in the revolt. This is also from the new NCERT questions, new NCERT. Then situation of Awadh in the revolt. This is also from the new NCERT. So here these 3 questions is only from the new NCERT, and this is here they will give you a detailed elaborations. So now number 9, how did the revolt suppressed? This is a common question. Then how Indian people helped Britishers. This is almost common, but this question is from the old NCERT Bipan Chandra. Then role of Hindu-Muslim unity, you can get it in 2 books, that means Spectrum and the Bipan Chandra. Then number 12, reason of failure. This is also a common question. You can get it in 4 books. Then how did the Sepoy mutiny become revolt of 1857? So this is a common questions, but this question is from the India Struggle for Independence from this book. Then was it an organized or planned or a spontaneous one, or the nature of the revolt, right? So here the nature of the revolt and the was it an organized, planned or a spontaneous, this question is almost same. So here you can get the answer from the India Struggle for Independence and also from the Spectrum. Then the role of painting as a proof or the role of images as a proof of the revolt. So this question is only from the new NCERT. You can get it only in the new NCERTs. Then situation, this is also covered. Then why Bahadur Shah chosen as a symbolic leader. This from Spectrum and India Struggle for Independence. Then the nature of the revolt I have already discussed. Then consequences of the revolt and significance. This question is only from the Spectrum. The consequence and the significance. You cannot get it from any 3 books, but you can get it in the Spectrum book. Then what is white mutiny? This is also an uncommon question and you can get it only in the Spectrum book, not in the Bipan Chandra or any NCERT, right? So now I am going to tell you that the new NCERT is basically from the mains oriented, right? Then the old NCERT is for the prelims and mains both. Then India Struggle for Independence is for the mains oriented and Spectrum is for prelims and mains both, but more focused on the prelims. So first of all I am going to tell you that these 4 chapters from the NCERT, new NCERT, is almost 20 pages. Then the old NCERT is almost 9 pages. Sorry, I'm extremely sorry, this is 16 pages. Then India Struggle for Independence is from 9 pages. And Spectrum is almost 20 pages, I think. But on an average, here for these 4 books, one chapter is covered 40 to 50 pages, right? So almost 40 to 50 pages for the one chapter. But before the exam of prelims or mains, if you start to reading this for the 40 to 50 pages, it will take at least 2 hours. At least 2 hours. For the first or the second reading, it will take 4 hours, and or after 2 to 3 revision, it will take at least 2 hours or 1.5 hours. But if you make the notes from these 4 chapters in an integrated way for the prelims and mains both, then it will take only 30 minutes. Believe me, after first of all, I have read these 4 chapters. In the first, it will take me at least 3 to 4 hours to complete all the chapters. Then after making the notes, I have revised them, and it will take only 30 minutes. So here is the advantage of note making. So before prelims or mains or the before exam, you have limited time, and you have minimum time to and you have to maximum the revision of numbers, right? So for that you have to make notes, and this is inevitable. You have to do. So now I am going to show you that how to make notes from integrated way, right? So first of all, I am going to show you the notes of mine. It is easy for you to understand it. So this is first the start, background of the revolt, or the 1757 to 1857. This is from Spectrum. Then causes of the revolt, that means the major causes and the immediate causes. This is the mix. Mix means from the 4 books. So those questions are from the 4 books. I have written it a mix. That means I have written the notes in a mixed way. So this is the causes. Then the immediate cause, this is also included in the causes. Then this is why did the Sepoys revolted after getting a stable government job and stability, or the discontent among the Sepoys, why and how. So this question is quite long. So this is 2 pages. So this is from India Struggle for Independence and the old NCERT. So this question is for the mains, right? Mains question. So here I have given the quotations which is given by any historians. So then this is the questions. Number 4. How did the mutiny begun and spreaded? This is a mixed questions. That means from the 4 books I have written it. Then how did the Sepoy mutiny became revolt of 1857? This is also a mixed questions. That means I have written these questions from after reading the 4 books, and the sources of this question is from the 4 books. Then why Bahadur Shah too as symbolic leader? This is from India Struggle for Independence and Spectrum. Then the storm center and the leaders of the revolt and the suppressor. So here I have make a chart. Storm center, leaders, plus reason why the revolt had started in this area, and the suppressor. So here I have made a chart. This is also a mix. That means I have taken it from all the 4 books. Then role of rebels and their contributions. This is from the new NCERT. Here this question is quite good elaborate in the new NCERT. So this is the role of rebels and their contributions. Then how did the rumors and prejudices works in the revolt? This is also from the new NCERT. Then situation of Awadh. This is also from the new NCERT. This question is more or less covered in almost all the books, but in the new NCERT it given as a separate section, and here it will give as a very good manner. So I will recommend you, please go through the new NCERT for this question, and please go through the other books also, but new NCERT is more preferable. So now the question number 11, how did the revolt suppressed? This is from the Spectrum and old NCERT. Basically these all questions are covered in almost the 4 books, but some questions are exceptional. But here I have only mentioned those sources which have good elaboration for these questions, right? So then question number 12, how did the Indian rulers help Britishers to suppress the revolt? This is the from the old NCERT. Here this question's elaboration is given in a very good manner. Then question number 13, role of Hindu-Muslim unity in the revolt of 1857. This question is given in a very good manner in the Spectrum. Then why did the revolt of 1857 fail? This is from the mix. That means This question is given in almost every book. Then, was it an organized or spontaneous revolt, or the nature of the revolt? This is from the India struggle for independence and the spectrum. Then, this is a very long questions, I think. Here it starts from here and end here. Then, what are the consequences and significance of the revolt? This is from the spectrum. So here is the consequence and here is the significance. Then the role of painting as an evidence of the revolt. This is a very good question, and this only from the new NCERT. You cannot get it in any book. You will get it only in the new NCERT. So this question is very good, from the role of painting or the images. Then the what is white mutiny? This question is from the spectrum. So you can get it only in the spectrum. So here you can see that here I have mentioned some questions are common, that is from every sources, and some questions are some unique questions which you can gain or you can get in the only some referred books, right? So now I am going to give you some homework which I have already given in my previous video also, in the art and culture and the ancient and medieval history. So that was the Mughal period on note making, and this video's homework is going to be the Governor General and the Viceroy. So here is the note of the Governor General and the Viceroy. So here is, I have given the sources. So here the sources is the spectrum, some Vision IS value addition material and the infographics of the Vision IS, then the India struggle for independence and some books. But here you will get it more elaboration in the India struggle for, in the spectrum. But you can get it in a scattered manner in every book. So here I will tell you the difference between these 4 books. Basically, these 2 books, that means the old NCERT and the new NCERT. These 2 books are for the school students, right? So these books is quite scattered in a everything. There is everything, but in a scattered manner. And this book is quite more or less novel type. So this book is types of novel, and this is helpful for the mains. But for the spectrum, in the spectrum you will get everything in a good manner and in a organized manner. So now I am going to show you that the revolt of 1757 to 1857 situation. This is then the causes, economic cause, political cause. So here the difference. In the 4 books you will get the causes, but in the spectrum you will get in a phased manner or in a organized manner. So this is helpful for you to remember or to make notes from these books. Then administrative cause, socio-religious, influence of outside events, discontent among sepoys. Then beginning and the spread of the revolt, choice of Bahadur Shah as symbolic head. Then the storm center and leaders. Then the suppression. Then why the revolt had failed. Hindu-Muslim unity, nature of the revolt. Then the consequences. Then white mutiny. Then the significance and the summary. So many people will tell you that the spectrum summary is enough for the revision, but in my personal opinion, I think it is not, because in the summary sometimes you will get only the causes, like crucial support of certain sections of Indian public to British authorities, lack of resources as compared to those of the British, like crucial support of certain sections of Indian people to British authorities, right? So after reading this only, you cannot understand or you cannot know those sections. That means which section helped the Britishers. So in the prelims or in the mains, the questions will come that which section helped the Britishers. So for that you have to read the entire book or entire chapter properly. So I will recommend you, please go through the whole chapter, then you can only use the summary. But without reading the whole chapter, please don't go through the summary. This will not work. So for that, I will recommend you to rely on your own handwritten notes. Just read these 4 books and make your own notes. So first of all, now I am going to show you how to make notes. That how I am making these notes. So first of all, I took some questions like I have taken this question, causes of the revolt, major reason and the immediate cause, right? So major reason in the 4 books, in the 3 books, that means except spectrum, you will get in a scattered manner that why the revolt had started. But in the spectrum, you will get in a organized manner. That means economic causes, political causes, and administrative causes, socio-religious causes, outside events. So for when you are making notes, please follow the rules of spectrum book, because in this book you will get in a organized manner. So follow these rules. And when you are making the notes, please mix the questions, or sorry, please mix the answer from all of these books, right? And then taking some questions like how did the rumors and prejudices works in the revolt, then the situation of Awadh, how did the Indian rulers help Britishers to suppress the revolt, then how did the revolt suppressed. These type of questions are more or less for the mains oriented, right? So for the mains oriented questions, you have to given the quotation which is given in the books, and you have to underline the important names, which is because when you are writing these questions, when I am writing these questions, that means how did the rumors and prejudices works in the revolt. I have just read it from the new NCERT, then I have shut the book and just what I have written it and what I have understand it by the reading or by the revision, I just written in my own language and in my own way. So I will recommend you those questions which are from the mains oriented or mains perspective. Please go through the questions properly, go through the revision go through the chapters properly, then make the questions or then make the notes in your own language. Don't follow it from the book or don't copy paste the language of the book. Just read it from the book. You can copy paste the facts. You can only copy paste the facts which is important from the prelims point of view, like the leaders, storm centers. You cannot make notes, wrong notes in the copy like facts. But when you are writing the questions for the mains, please go through it properly and just write it down in your own language. This is helpful for your mains also. So this is the note of Governor General and Viceroy. This is your homework, which I have already told you. So I am showing you the notes. This is the here. So 11 pages, I think 11 or 12 pages for the Governor General and Viceroy. So this notes or this topic is scattered in many books. You have to consolidate your notes so that you can maximize the revision and minimize the time. So that I will recommend you, please make your homework and do your homework, and you can send it in my Telegram group, which I have already told in my previous video also. So this is the sources, and here you can use the Vision IS notes or Spectrum or Bipan Chandra, any of the sources, and you can also use the Wikipedia or the net. And I have also done it for the note making, because sometimes this is not enough. Sometimes the books are not enough for any topic, so you can also search it on the internet. So this is the almost the notes. So now I am going to tell you that some tips for making notes. The tips number 1. Read at least 2 to 3 times, right? So at least 2 to 3 times, then make notes, because after reading 2 to 3 times you will get the concept properly and you can make notes after that. Number 2, for the mains type questions, read, revise, retain, then write. First of all, you have to read it, then you have to revise second time, and then you have to retain or the memorize everything. Then you have to write it in your own language or own style, right? So first of all, you have to write it in your own language and own style. This is for the mains type question, and this is for the prelims type questions. Read, revise, retain, but write and check, because this is the fact type questions or for the prelims. So for the fact type questions for the prelims, you have to check it also. after write or after making the notes, you have to check it from the books also, because if you make notes or the wrong information, then it will hamper your marks in the prelims or mains. Then number 4, make question from every chapters, then filter it and make notes. So I have told it in the first, that first you have to make questions from every chapter, that means from the 4 chapter. So then you have to filter it, that means almost 5 to 6 questions will be common questions. So you can make notes from these questions, and then you have to make notes, and you can get it also the unique questions. So after making the questions from every chapter, then you will understand that this question is the unique question. This come from the only these sources. So, and if you feel that you have less time in your hand, then you can skip to some extent. You can skip the India struggle for independence for the mains, but I will not recommend you to skip this book. But if you have not enough time in your hand, then you can only skip it. But please don't skip the Spectrum and the old NCERT. These 2 books is for the must read. Please don't skip this book and try to cover the 4 books. But if you have not enough time in your hand, then please cover these 2 books and you can skip the India struggle for independence. But I will recommend you please go through the 4 books, because sometimes some topics are given in the India struggle for independence and some topic is given in the new NCERT, some topic is given in the Spectrum. So here you can get some 2 to 3 topics which is unique to their books, right? So for that unique topic, for the unique notes, you have to cover first at least read 1 or 2 times for the 4 books. But here the advantage of the notes coming. So if you make the notes for every subject or every chapter, it will help you to reduce the number of times before revision, before prelims and mains. So here you have to make notes for yourself. So now I am going to tell you that which chapter is more important for the UPSC after seeing the previous year trend. So for the new NCERT, this is the new NCERT. First I am going to tell you the most important chapters from new NCERT. So here is 6 chapters from the new NCERT, but the colonialism and the countryside, then the rebels and the Raj, that means the revolt of 1857 and its representations, then the Mahatma Gandhi and the nationalist movement, and understanding the partitions. So here these 3 chapters, that means the revolt of 1857, Mahatma Gandhi and the nationalist movement, and the understanding the partition, and framing the constitution, this is from the post-independence India. So here is these 3 chapters is most important from the new NCERT. So now the old NCERT, now I am talking about the old NCERT. This is the old NCERT, almost from the history. Almost every chapter is important, because without understanding this chapter, you cannot understand the next chapter, right? So for the history, you have to read all the chapters, because this is the interrelated. If you can't understand, or if you if you don't know the background, you cannot understand what is next. So for that you have to read all the chapters, but for the most important chapters you have to revise it again and again. That means the beginning of the European settlement, then the structure of government and the economic policies of British Empire in India 1757 to 1857, administrative organization and social and cultural policy, social and cultural awakening in the first half of the 19th century, then the revolt of 1857, administrative changes after 1858, India and her neighbors, then almost everything is important, but these last 4 chapter is more important. That means the growth of New India, the nationalist movement, then the growth of New India, religious and social reform after 1858, then the nationalist movement 1905 to 1918, then the freedom struggle or the struggle for Swaraj. So last 4 chapter is more important. Then this is the old NCERT, then the India struggle for independence. So here almost, if you have enough time, you can read every chapters, but I personally not reading every chapter. This is the most important chapter is the here the those chapter is not covered properly in these three books. You can cover it from the India struggle for independence, like civil rebellions and tribal uprisings, peasant movement and uprisings after 1857, the fight to secure press freedom, then the peasant movement and nationalism in the 1920s, Indian working class and the national movement, then Bhagat Singh, Surya Sen and revolutionary nationalists, then the rise of the left wing, Indian capitalist and the national movement, then the ideological dimension. So here some chapters like 2, 3, 8, 16, 17, 20, 24, 29 and 39. This chapter is most important. Not only the most important, this chapter is here some unique aspect which is not included in the three books. So you have to cover this chapter first, and after that, if you have enough time on your hand, then cover all the chapters. But if you have to cover these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, you have to cover this 9 chapter first. So here is the spectrum. You cannot miss any of them from this chapter, from this book, because this is the most important book for the modern history, like Lakshmikant, like polity. This is the Bible of modern history, so you have to read it properly. But here have some most important chapters. I will tell you that advent of the Europeans in India, then India on the eve of British conquest, expansion and consolidation of British power, then people's resistance against British before 1857, revolt of 1857, socio-religious reform movement. This is the must read. Revolt of 1857 must read. Then the survey of the socio-cultural reform movement and the beginning of modern nationalism. This is also important. Then the National Congress, always important. Then the era of militant nationalism. First phase of revolutionary activities. This is also important. 1907 to 1917. Then the First World War. Emergence of Gandhi. From the emergence of Gandhi, this is the most important section. Then non-cooperation movement, Khilafat movement, emergence of Swarajist, socialist ideas, revolutionary activities, other new forms, Simon Commission, civil disobedience movement, roundtable conference, then debates on the figures, civil disobedience movement, Congress rule in provinces, nationalist response in the wake of World War II, then the Quit India movement, post-war national scenario, then independence with partition. So here, and this is the most important sections. So the constitutional, administrative, judicial developments, here you will get the all the acts in one place. Then the survey of British policies, here you will get the all the policies of British India, economic impact of British rule in India. This is also important from the mains point of view. Then development of the Indian press. This is also important from the prelims plus mains both. Then the development of education, this is also important from the prelims, and every year question come from this section. Then peasant movement of 1857 to 1947, this is also all section, all the peasant movement, you will get it here. Then the movement of the working class, this is also important. Then independence and after that means the post-independence India. This is not included in the modern history or the freedom struggle. This is for the unit 10. This is for the independence and the after. So this section we will talk about in our next video. That means our next video will be the how to make notes for the post-independence India. In that video we will talk about the independence and after. That means the unit 10 of this book. Now we can skip this part. Then the developments under Nehru's till here. This is the post-independence and the appendices. Appendices is the most important from this book, like Governor General and Viceroy, Indian National Congress session, then personalities, caste movement, peasant movement, newspaper journal, socio-religious reform movement. So here you cannot miss any of them. You have to read the appendices very properly. So here is the most important chapters from the Spectrum book. So almost we have done our discussion. So that's it for today. I have almost discussed everything, that how to make integrated notes for modern history. So if you feel that this video is beneficial to you, please like, comment and share this video. It will helpful for me also. So that's it for today. And if you want to get this PDF of my notes, you can join my Telegram channel. I will give the PDF in my Telegram channel, and you can also send your homework which I have given in my video in the Telegram group also. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Take care. Goodbye.